Hello, viewers. Today is Saturday, November 16th, 2024. We're going to take a look at the data-centric view on the Maharashtra Assembly Elections that is going to be held on November 20th, 2024. Here we're going to look at how the parties fared in the 2019 Assembly elections, as well as how they had fared in the Lok Sabha elections in 2024 during May, June 2024. So in this particular episode, we're going to give a summary of exactly how many seats each party's won on those assembly elections as well as the Lok Sabha elections, and also look at some of the data in terms of how close the race was in the 2019 assembly elections, and so on and so forth. This particular exercise is not meant to be considered as an opinion poll or a poll or any kind of assessment as to who is going to win or who is going to lose. This is just a data-centric analysis and view on the assembly elections that is going to be held in another 4 days. So let's go straight into the presentation. There we go. We're going to perform a data analysis on the Maharashtra Assembly elections. This is the map of the state of Maharashtra. And as you could see that there are 6 divisions: Amaravati, Aurangabad, Konkan, Nagpur, Nashik, and Pune. And also you see that Maharashtra has border with Goa right over here. And then you've got the border with Karnataka. And then you have the border with Telangana. And then here is a border with the state of Chhattisgarh. And on the top is the border with Madhya Pradesh. And on the left here is the border with Gujarat. Moving on. And let's look at the 2019 Assembly election results. In that election, the BJP won 105 seats with a vote share of 25.75%. Shiv Sena got 56 seats with a vote share of 16.41%. Remember that Shiv Sena then was the combined Shiv Sena, and they got 56 seats in alliance with Bharatiya Janata Party. Then then you have the Sharad Pawar's NCP that got 54 seats with a 16.71% vote share, and Congress had 44 seats with a 15.97 vote share. And then there were some smaller parties which got a few seats on the UPA alliance. So this is how the 2019 Assembly elections panned out. Bharatiya Janata Party was the single largest party in alliance with Shiv Sena, and you all by now would know exactly what happened during that government formation and how Shiv Sena got split and so on and so forth. Then in the 2024 elections, we had Bharatiya Janata Party winning 9 seats with a vote share of 26.18% as a part of the India alliance, and the Shiv Sena Shinde group got 7 seats with a vote share of 12.95%, and the NCP from Ajit Pawar's faction got 1 seat with a 3.60% vote share, and RSP got 0 seats with 0.82% vote share. Then from the India Alliance perspective, NCP Sharad Pawar got 8 seats with 10.27%, and Congress got 13 seats with 16.92%, and Shiv Sena Thackeray faction got 9 seats with 16.52%. This is how this 2019 Assembly elections and the 2024 Lok Sabha elections panned out. As you could see, BJP did lose a significant number of seats in the Lok Sabha elections, but now we are looking at an assembly elections now in November 2024, so we do not know exactly how this will turn out. So moving on. I just want to do some margin analysis based on the 2019 assembly election results. So if we look at the margin that were like less than or equal to 1,000 votes, there were 5 seats that were decided within that margin. One of them was won by BJP. 2 of them were won by Shiv Sena, and 2 of them were won by NCP. The reason we are doing this analysis is to see exactly how many seats were very closely contested in 2019, and we are going to see how that will pan out, or that might pan out in the 2024 Assembly elections. I'll come to that later. So then if you look, coming down the list, if you look at the next line, which will be between 1,000 and 2,000 votes, there were 5 seats. BJP won one of them, Congress won one, and NCP won one, and then there were 2 seats that were won by others. In others, I've included parties like MNS, AIMM, and all those other smaller parties on the others category. And if you're going down the list, if you look at margins between 2,000 and 5,000 votes, there were 27 seats, out of which 12 were won by BJP, 2 by Shiv Sena, and 3 by Congress, and 6 by NCP, and 4 were won by smaller parties and independents. Then moving down the list again, between 5,000 and 7,500, we have 18 such seats. 7 were won by BJP, 1 by Shiv Sena, 5 by Congress, and 1 by NCP. And others again had 4 seats in that particular margin difference. And then if you look at between 7,500 and 10,000, we have 17 such seats. 7 were won by BJP, 2 by Congress, 6 by NCP, and 2 by others. So if you look at the total of all the seats that were decided by less than 10,000 votes, there were 72 such seats, and out of which BJP won 28, Shiv Sena won 5, Congress won 11, NCP won 16, and the smaller parties and the independents won 12. So this is where we think that most of the closely contested seats again we think are going to be within those 72 seats. There are some seats which have a margin of over 10,000 that still could be very close this time, but that will be close to maybe 10 or 15. But if you look at these 72 seats in detail, we will be able to figure out exactly what could happen in these 72 seats, and also during the time when the results are coming out, we can look at these constituencies to see if any one of those parties are able to flip the other party seats among the 72, and then we can determine whether any particular party is going to have an edge while the results are coming out on the 23rd of this month. So that's why we would like to look at these 72 seats in much closer detail in the subsequent episodes. But I would like to show you what are these 72 seats and what were the margin on the next slide. Moving on. So these are the 72 seats where the margin were less than or equal to 10,000 votes. So the first one on the list is Shandivali. It's won by Shiv Sena, and the margin was only 409 votes. So this is going to be, in my view, very closely fought again. The assembly constituency number is 168, it's Shandivali, and I will take a close look at this during this election and see exactly what's going on in this constituency, because the margin last time was way too low. Then moving on, you would see Arjuni Morgan. It's a reserved constituency for SCs. That was won by Sharad Pawar's NCP, and they won by only 718 votes. So we will do in subsequent episodes, we will do some analysis as to exactly who are contesting this time and what is the scenario on the ground for these constituencies. So if you go down this list, BJP won down with 746 votes. This is going to be, again, a close race this time, we believe. Sangola, again, Shiv Sena won by 768. And Kopargaon, again, NCP this time won by 822 votes in 2019. So if you keep looking at this list, you will see the margins here and the constituency name. These are the constituencies that we are going to focus on our subsequent episodes, and we are going to come back with some kind of a detailed data analysis. And if you go on to the next slide, you would see the remaining 36 constituencies and their margins. And you will also see whether it is a general seat or it's a reserved constituency for SCs or STs. So again, I just wanted to reiterate that we are going to look at these constituencies in a greater detail, and we're going to go deep into how these constituencies performed during the Lok Sabha elections as well in 2024 in the subsequent episodes. But if you are a political junkie and if you want to monitor this on the election day, if you are really curious about who is winning, I would suggest that you look at these 72 seats and see which way the wind is blowing. If BJP, for instance, can pick up instead of 27 among these constituencies, if they can pick up 35, then you can say that they are basically doing better than 2019 and they are going to do much better this time. On the other hand, if you see Congress making inroads out of these 12 seats that BJP has, which were closely fought and which were won by BJP in 2019, if Congress is making some inroads, then we can say that Congress might have a good day when the results are coming out on that particular day. So that's the whole idea behind this. And that is one of the reasons we are willing to do this exercise and try to go deep into the data. So that's it for me today, but I will reiterate that I will come back to you with another episode with some of these constituencies and who is contesting in these constituencies and how it performed in 2024 as well. So that's it for me today. I'll come back to you with another episode on Maharashtra sometime tomorrow. Till then, take care.